A warm greeting. Today is Wednesday, October 18, 2023. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia. At the time of recording this video, it is 6 p.m. local time in the Lesser Antilles and Puerto Rico, where we are closely monitoring the progress of the newly formed tropical storm Tammy. This new cyclone is associated with what was Invest 94, which, as forecasted, had a high potential for cyclonic development. Today, at 5 p.m., the National Hurricane Center reported that it had acquired enough organization to be declared a tropical storm. Currently, it has maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour, and it is anticipated to reach the Lesser Antilles during Friday and Saturday. Some tropical storm watches have been issued. Tropical storm Tammy is currently contending with some wind shear, however, it is expected to continue gradual strengthening over the next few days. It's possible that by the beginning of next week, it may strengthen into a Category 1 hurricane. While there is still some uncertainty among the track models, what's important is that the best global models all agree on an initial westward trajectory, at least until Thursday. It is then expected to turn northwest-north over the weekend. The center of circulation is expected to pass over the northern Lesser Antilles. At the moment, it seems to remain to the east and northeast of Puerto Rico. Additionally, it will stay at a safe distance from the region of the Dominican Republic. In this image, you can see that some models have a significantly western trajectory. However, these are the models that do not develop this tropical cyclone. Since we already have a tropical storm, we are confident in the trajectory indicated by the best global models, including the American model, GFS, and the German model. However, there is still a significant spread in the forecast for 3 to 4 days. We will continue to monitor any westward deviation in the Puerto Rico region, but for now, it appears to stay about 175 miles east of the island. In addition to the uncertainty in its trajectory, there is also significant uncertainty in its intensity over the next few days. Some models gradually strengthen it into a strong tropical storm before reaching the Caribbean, while others keep it as a weak tropical storm for the next 4 to 5 days. Remember that the stronger it gets, the more likely it is to travel east of the Lesser Antilles, while if it remains weaker than forecasted, it could move a bit more to the west and possibly affect the Virgin Islands. At least in the official bulletin from the National Hurricane Center, you can see that the center of circulation is forecast to reach Dominica and Guadeloupe during Friday and early Saturday hours, passing very close or over them as a moderate tropical storm. It is then expected to turn northwest-north, possibly affecting the northern Lesser Antilles. At the moment, it appears that Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic are outside the cone of uncertainty. Although it passes at this distance, an increase in moisture in the Puerto Rico region is anticipated, with heavy rainfall capable of causing flooding problems in the northern half of the Lesser Antilles. Tropical storm watches have been issued at 5 p.m., including the islands of Barbados, Martinique, Dominica, and Guadeloupe. It is possible that these watches will be extended to other islands further north. Also, probably during tomorrow, tropical storm warnings will be issued between Martinique, Dominica, and Guadeloupe. It is also important for residents of Antigua and Barbuda and the Virgin Islands to remain vigilant regarding the evolution of tropical storm Tammy. Let's look at the latest projections from the best global models. They have better consensus compared to the past few days, primarily because we now have a well-defined center of circulation. Let's start with the GFS model, which in its latest run has a strong tropical storm passing about 25 to 50 miles east of the Lesser Antilles. Under this scenario, tropical storm winds would remain over the Atlantic waters. We have the projection from the European model, which has a very similar trajectory to what the National Hurricane Center is indicating. A trajectory over some of the islands northeast of the Lesser Antilles, where they could experience some tropical storm winds. However, the most active part would also be over the Atlantic waters. At the moment, there are no anticipated tropical storm conditions for the Virgin Islands or Puerto Rico. The same scenario is repeated with the German model projection, where it also has a weak to moderate tropical storm moving a bit more to the west, but leaving tropical storm conditions from Guadeloupe to Antigua and Barbuda. However, tropical storm winds would not reach the Virgin Islands or Puerto Rico. Among the best models, the UK model is the one with the westernmost trajectory. In its latest projection, it passes the center of circulation over the Virgin Islands. However, you can see that the most active part of tropical storm winds would stay over the islands north of the Lesser Antilles, without significantly affecting Puerto Rico or the Virgin Islands. There is a possibility it could move closer to Puerto Rico than currently anticipated, so it's important to stay vigilant for any westward deviation. Tonight, we have quite a bit of confidence in this forecast. For example, look at the ensemble members of the GFS model. The majority of them align with the National Hurricane Center's trajectory, and those that pass the center further to the west have a trajectory over the Virgin Islands, Vieques, and Culebra. In any case, the strongest winds would be to the northeast of Puerto Rico. The ensemble members of the European model have adjusted quite a bit to the east. You can see that in today's afternoon, none of them bring the center of circulation close to Puerto Rico or the Virgin Islands. They maintain a very similar trajectory to what the National Hurricane Center is indicating, passing just east or over the northern Lesser Antilles. This trajectory very close to the Lesser Antilles promises heavy rains affecting some islands. For example, in the GFS model projection, between 1 to 3 inches of rain is anticipated from Guadeloupe to Antigua and Barbuda. You can see that the heaviest rain should remain over the Atlantic waters. The European model projection also aligns with the idea that the heaviest accumulations might be over the Atlantic waters. But there could be accumulations of 2 to 3 inches of rain with maximum accumulations of up to 5 inches of rain during Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Under the scenario more to the west, as shown by the UK model, you can see that it forecasts between 4 to 6 inches of rain affecting the northern half of the Lesser Antilles and the Virgin Islands. For Puerto Rico, the rain should be limited, with between 1 to 3 inches of rain during the weekend. Well, that's all for the forecast of the newly formed tropical storm Tammy. During the day tomorrow, I will be recording new videos to keep you informed, especially if there is any change in a trajectory that could put Puerto Rico at greater risk. For now, it's important for residents of the northern half of the Lesser Antilles to prepare for a tropical storm and an event of heavy rainfall that could cause local flooding over the weekend. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss the upcoming videos. Go to the bottom of the video, click on the red button that says subscribe. Then click on the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload new content. I hope everyone has an excellent night. Goodbye.